Hello and welcome back to Inside the 20 today. We'll be talking about grades for every 2025 first round draft pick, going through all 32. Two things right there behind me. The Jamar Chase poster, it is new, brand new. I got it last year, signed by Jamar Chase himself. I promise it is not forged. I promise it is not fake. Also, behind me, right there on the door, we have a custom-made Inside the 20 kind of poster thing made by my Uncle Reese. Thank you. That's dope. Very appreciative. Yeah, let's get into it. So, to the first pick, we have the Tennessee Titans selecting Cam Ward, a quarterback out of Miami. Overall, I would give this pick a solid A. I mean, a franchise quarterback. That's what the Titans needed, and that's what they got. We all knew Ward was going to Tennessee, but I mean, still. The Titans got the pick right on this one, and I mean, to be honest, Cam Ward, you're not going to be nonchalant behind that Tennessee O-line, bro. Like, you finna get rocked. 2, the second overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver cornerback out of Colorado. I give this an A-. I don't think anyone saw the Jags trading up, but I mean, here we are. Smart move by Jacksonville nonetheless. Although it did cost them about every draft pick for the next 2 years, Hunter the Jags is a very solid pick and a win-win for both organizations in my mind. 2, the New York Football Giants pick number 3. They select Abdul Carter, edge out of Penn State. I'd give this an A-. I mean, I'm on the edge of this pick. I like it, but I also don't. I mean, I like pairing it with Kayvon Thibodeaux. And, at number 3, there's definitely some more options, but I think upgrading a strong suit of your team is always a good thing. And, I mean, I feel like this did definitely benefit them. 2, the 4th overall pick, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, offensive tackle from LSU. I give this a B. Obviously, drafting the best offensive lineman in the draft for a team that needs offensive line is definitely good. You cannot be mad at a guy that allowed 1 sack and 5 quarterback pressures in 2024. 2, the 5th overall pick, the Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of Michigan. I give this a B+. I like this pick. I don't think it's a bad one, and I think it greatly benefits Cleveland. With Myles Garrett on one side and Mason Graham on the other, the Browns could actually be half decent. The Browns could actually be good for the first time since dinosaurs walked the earth. To the 6th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back out of Boise State. I give it an A. I mean, what a way to kick off the Pete Carroll era in Las Vegas. Jeanty to the Raiders is a great pick and is an amazing filler to Josh Jacobs, who they lost not too long ago. And I mean, I love this pick, and I know it will greatly benefit this Raider offense. To the 7th pick, the other New York team, the New York Jets select Ahmed Mambu, offensive tackle from Missouri. I'd give it a B. I mean, not what I thought New York was going to do with this pick, but it works. And I mean, again, you cannot be mad at upgrading the offensive line, especially after losing Morgan Moses. And Mambu also fills the void of the Jets' dark hole that is offensive line. To the 8th pick, the Carolina Panthers select Terratoa McMillan, wide receiver out of Arizona. I give it an A. Bryce Young is definitely going to enjoy his 210-pound, 6'4" wide receiver to throw to instead of a washed-up Adam Thielen and whoever David Moore is. David Moore, the wide receiver 3. Who is David Moore? The Panthers 100% locked in with this pick. And with him and Xavier Legette, Carolina might actually be good. And I just want to say, I'm definitely buying a Terratoa McMillan jersey. I think I need one. I need a McMillan Panthers jersey in my life. Number 9 overall, the New Orleans Saints select Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. I give it a B. Standing at 6'5" and weighing 315 pounds, New Orleans got a monster. With them needing some offensive help very badly, this pick makes sense, and it's going to benefit the Saints big time. 2, the 10th overall pick, the Chicago Bears select Colston Loveland, tight end out of Michigan. I give it an A-, and with Cole Kmet getting older and the fact that he cannot catch and is only good for blocking, the Bears need something different. Loveland is a great pick and a new solid weapon for Williams, and with the O-line looking revamped and the Bears finally getting some weapons, Chicago is actually looking good. 2, the 11th pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Mikael Williams, defensive tackle out of Georgia. Another B grade here. And the 49ers are adding help for Nick Bosa. We all saw it. Williams has the skill set to make an immediate impact. With all the departures the 49ers faced in the free agency, San Francisco is cooked, deep fried, fried, baked, grilled. I mean, I could really go on, but you get my point. This pick gets them back on their feet and helps San Fran move forward. 2. The 12th pick, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Booker out of Alabama. And I mean, this is a C, not gonna lie. Booker has tremendous strength just to sustain blocks and drive defensive linemen out of rushing lanes. Despite this, Booker will not impress you with his athleticism, but his physicality, strength, intelligence, and versatility gives him the traits to be an instant starter. Not really what they needed. I get Zach Martin retiring, but in my eyes, it's not what you guys need. With the 13th pick, the Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, a defensive tackle out of Michigan. Another C. And I mean, Grant doesn't get the same amount of attention as his former teammate in Mason Graham. He's definitely a first-round talent all day, but Grant's pass rush and counter moves is still a work in progress. 2. The Indianapolis Colts pick at 14, they select Tyler Warren, a tight end out of Penn State. Gets an A- here. I mean, Warren being the best tight end in the draft is going to make his QB's life much easier, whether that's Anthony Richardson or Danny Dimes. Either way, Tyler Warren is going to be a very well-rounded tight end and will probably end up becoming a yak monster come a few years. 2. The 15th pick in the Atlanta Falcons. They select Jalen Walker, a defensive tackle out of Georgia. And I mean, I would give this an A. Atlanta got a great edge rusher in Walker. I mean, this guy has a chance to become incredible, almost like an Aaron Donald or Von Miller back when he was in Denver. And if the Falcons develop him right, he will be a dog. Pick number 16, halfway there, the Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. And so we'll get a B grade here. Nolan flashed game-wrecking potential during his lone season at Ole Miss. Now he joins a retooled Arizona defensive line that recently added edge rusher Josh Sweat and defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson. And with all of these guys around him and a well-rounded defense, he can be good. To my team's pick, the Cincinnati Bengals, they select Shamir Stewart at 17, a defensive tackle out of Texas Tech. Zach Taylor, what are we doing, my guy? I mean, this has to get a C-. I mean, to be honest, Cincinnati took a gamble. And we all know the Bengals have a horrendous history of first-round draft picks. And it might be a problem that this guy only had 1.5 sacks in 3 years. So yeah, unless this guy suddenly explodes to be a J.J. Watt, not it, man. Not it, Zach. To the Seattle Seahawks pick, they select Gray Zabel, interior offensive line, North Dakota State. I give it a B+. And Zabel is regarded as one of the best centers in the draft, but he's also viewed as one of the best guards in the draft. Regardless of where he's playing, he will be making life easier for Sam Darnold or whoever his QB is in Seattle. To the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick at 19, they select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver out of Ohio State. This gets a C+ grade. Tampa Bay definitely did not need a wide receiver. With Mike Evans and Chris Godwin already filling the spot, this pick doesn't make much sense. Don't get me wrong. I love Emeka Egbuka, and he is a very good receiver, but it's just not what the Bucs needed. To the 20th pick, the Denver Broncos select Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas. Another B grade here. Barron is very good. One of the best slot corners in the class of 2025. With Pat Surtain on one side and Barron on the other, this pick is going to benefit Denver in the long run. To the 21st pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon. And I give this an A-. And although the Steelers need a QB, I'm really not mad at the pick. You drafted a guy who was a second-team All-American in college who just came off his personal best of 5 sacks and 27 solo tackles in 13 games. Despite not taking a QB, Pittsburgh definitely made up for it. To the 22nd pick, the Los Angeles Chargers, formerly the San Diego Chargers, select Amarian Hampton, running back out of North Carolina. Another B grade here. And despite having Najee Harris, who, yes, is slightly washed, the Chargers drafted possibly his replacement. Hampton shined in North Carolina and made a name for himself after carrying the Tar Heels. To the 23rd pick, the Green Bay Packers select Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas. Again, I'd give it an A. I love this pick. Golden is an immediate starter in this Green Bay offense, and with Jordan Love as his starting QB, the Pack is back. I'm just here to tell you Pack is back. Tag Jair Alexander. I think that's funny. Huh? I'm just here to tell you Pack is back. Huh? So funny.
And I'm sure they'll bring that energy right to Texas.
I'm just here to tell you Pack is back.
You heard it from a fan right here. Pack is back.
To the 24th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Donovan Jackson, guard out of Ohio State. I give it a B minus. I mean, a pick I actually get right. Good for me. Definitely a solid pick. Getting a guard to help you protect your young developing QB in JJ McCarthy. I mean, that's always a good option. And of course, if you draft a wide receiver or offensive lineman from Ohio State, they are bound to be good. 2, the New York Football Giants, they have another pick in the first round. They traded up with the Houston Texans, I'm pretty sure. They select Jackson Dart, QB out of Ole Miss. Getting an A minus right here. I mean, hear me out, okay? I like this a lot. First, you upgrade your already incredible defensive line, then trade up and draft the third best quarterback in the draft? Seems like a pretty good first round to me. I mean, the Giants are onto something here, and they could definitely be scary if they develop these guys correctly. To the 26th pick, the Falcons have another draft pick. They select James Pierce Jr., edge out of Tennessee. Give it a B+. The Falcons doubled up on the edge rusher with the athletically gifted Pierce. If James Pierce Jr. reaches his potential, he could become one of the best edge rushers in this class. To Baltimore's pick at 27, they select Malachi Starks, cornerback out of Georgia. This will get a B+. Good pick upgrading the secondary. Although I hate that he went to Baltimore, but whatever. Starks is a very versatile corner who can play corner or safety. Definitely a very good pick by Baltimore. To the Detroit Lions at 28, they select Tyleik Williams, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. Getting a C+ grade here. I mean, Williams is an imposing run defender. He needs to improve as a pass rusher, though. He won't have to worry about his job security if the elite run defense skills carry into Sunday, though. Not a bad pick by the reigning NFC North champs. To the 29th pick, the Washington Commanders select Josh Conerly Jr., offensive tackle from Oregon. Getting a B right here. Conerly was viewed by many as a borderline first-round pick, as one of the top 5 offensive tackles in the class. Similar to the Vikings pick, I have no issue with beefing up the O-line and helping out your young, still developing Jaden Daniels. To the 30th pick, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Harrison, cornerback out of Kentucky. A B+ here. Buffalo got a good player in Harrison. In his 3 years as a Wildcat, he tallied 32 games, including 20 starts. In 2024, though, he was limited to 7 games with a shoulder injury. The year prior, he led the SEC with 5 interceptions. To the reigning Super Bowl champions, I know they're at pick 31. They traded up 1 pick for whatever reason. The Philadelphia Eagles selected Jahad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama. This, the only A+ grade in this whole draft. Campbell is one of the best prospects in this draft, regardless of position, and is almost certainly the top pure linebacker. Campbell was a stud with the Crimson Tide, playing 35 games over the past 3 years, including 26 over the past 2 campaigns. This is the perfect pick by the Eagles, and to think the Super Bowl champions got this guy with the last pick, I mean, the script really must like the Eagles. To the 32nd pick, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle out of Ohio State, getting a straight B- here. The Chiefs are rolling the dice on Simmons, who probably would have heard his name called a lot sooner if he hadn't injured his knee in October to cut short his senior season. After starting his collegiate career as a right tackle for San Diego State, Simmons ascended as one of the best left tackles in the country. Alrighty, y'all. Kind of a short episode. I thought it was going to be longer, but that will wrap it up for grading every 2025 first round draft pick. I do have another video coming out in a little bit. Promise it won't take this long. Grading every team's draft. So hopefully that one's a little longer. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you finished the video, y'all are a real one. And yeah, I mean, that will do it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share all that stuff. Tell me how I did in the comments. Please be honest though. I can take it. This has been Inside the 20.